promise to be a president for all Americans. You can always trust me to put country above party and self.
Just in the last few minutes, Vice President Kamala Harris closed out the Democratic National Convention, promising, quote, a new way forward and formally accepting the party's nomination for president. Harris covering a lot of ground tonight, and we will check in with two political analysts in just a few minutes. But we start in Chicago with political reporter John Croman, who watched with the thousands of delegates at the United Center in Chicago. John?
Hey, the big words tonight were freedom and forward. Vice President Kamala Harris kept the crowd here at the United Center riveted as she walked them through her life story and also talked about the dangers of a second Trump administration and what that would mean and how that would differ from a Harris-Trump or a Harris-Walz era in the White House. Now, you might know she covered some of the bread and butter issues. She talked about how she'd lower the cost of living for the middle class, make it easier for people to afford their lives, and spur growth in the small business sector, and make streets safer, clean the nation's air and water, and secure the nation's borders. But she also hit on several key party values that were more popular with the audience: expanding voting rights, defending NATO allies against Russia, and reproductive rights for women. In fact, thousands of the women here wore white tonight, the color that used to symbolize the women's suffrage movement and now stands for equal rights.
Our nation with this election has a precious, fleeting opportunity to move past the bitterness, cynicism, and divisive battles of the past, a chance to chart a new way forward. We were underestimated at practically every turn. But we never gave up, because the future is always worth fighting for.
We saw a lot of the red, white, and blue tonight here in the arena. Well, confetti, balloons, and American flags. Kind of part of the Harris campaign's effort to reframe the concept of patriotism. She says while the other side denigrates America and talks about this being a dangerous place, she says she wants to lift America up as a place where people from humble beginnings can find themselves on the largest stage in America and aspire to the highest office in the world. From Chicago, John Croman, back to you.
All right. Thank you, John.